Rich people aren't exactly known for being down to earth, so today we're going to be taking a look at some examples of rich people being out of touch.
Have you ever had one of those days where you're in the mood for caviar?
No, I can't say I've ever been in one of those moods, to be honest. I don't even think I've had caviar before, to be honest with you. I know that's shocking. It's a food that everyone craves all the time. I know you're sitting there at home judging me. Oh, what, you don't ever have a craving for caviar? You don't ever long for the taste of fish eggs? No, not really. Sometimes I'll crave like a Kit Kat chunky, but that's craving food. You don't crave fish eggs. No one's ever craved fish eggs. I don't even think she's craved fish eggs. I think she's lying here. I think she's being a performative rich person.
But you feel like, oh my gosh, I should be on a private jet eating caviar, but I don't want to leave my home. So I got the solution for that. I got the private jet experience here in my living room.
Why would you want the experience of being in a plane or in your living room? Surely being in your living room is way nicer than being in any private jet. That's like saying it feels weird eating this Tesco meal deal not on the bus. So I've built a bus in my living room to make me feel more comfortable.
I can enjoy my caviar first class.
What the fuck is that? Why do you have that in your living room?
And I'm going to give a little caviar experience. You get a little pancake. A little creme fraiche.
I think this, okay, right, I thought this would maybe be, like, a bit. I thought she was, like, you know, playing up a little bit. But no, she's built, like, a bit of a private jet in her living room. Why have you done that? What is this for? Is this like a podcast set or something? What is this for?
In the comfort of my own home. And I'm going to give a little caviar experience.
Yeah, I really want to be in the comfort of my own home, so I built the interior of a plane in my living room.
You get a little pancake. A little creme fraiche. You can get this in the dairy department at your gourmet restaurants.
Oh yeah, you know, we all do our grocery shopping at our gourmet restaurants.
So caviar.
That just does not look appealing to me in the slightest. If I was rich, I would not eat that.
With a little onion.
Onion? Really? I don't know, man. And the thing is, that is probably about 30 quid. That little bit there is probably about, I mean, I don't know what the going rate for caviar is, but I'd assume this is about 30 quid or something.
And you take a bite.
Nice. Now, I'm glad I watched that. I'm sure we can all relate to that situation of wanting caviar, but feeling weird eating it outside of your private jet. So you build the interior of a private jet in your living room so you can eat your caviar. Okay, this is Luke Des. If you don't know who Luke Des is, a lot of what he says is just bait. Like, hang on, I'll find one of his videos for you. You've definitely seen him.
So how much have you made from trading in total? First year,
He's holding the whole SM7B with stand outside.
only made about 10,000. Second year, I made my first million. 2 years later, I made 10 million. And now I make tens of millions per year.
Yeah,
Wow, man. How much?
He doesn't. He doesn't. It's bullshit. It's bait. But anyway, how we rich people feed our dogs. So you feed it just a whole raw steak. Okay, cool, man. Cool. I mean, it's bait. It's fucking bait. I know it's bait.
This fast tour. This is a 7 by 12 foot marble slab door.
Okay, right. I'm sure this is. Oh, I've seen this house before. It's in every fucking like on like every one of those like LA people who do like house tours channels. Because I do not think this house is selling. I think they cannot sell this house for the life of them. But what an embarrassing way to do a house tour on a fucking Segway. Look at that.
This is a 7 by 12 foot marble slab door, and we are in the foyer. At the center of the foyer is a sculpture.
That's horrible. It feel like you're in like a sort of mid-range hotel lobby.
These are 25-foot ceilings. We're gonna go right here into a mega lounge.
I don't know. Houses like this would make me personally feel as though I was in a hospital 24/7. Like, this is the living room. This is the living room. It literally looks like a hotel lobby. This is like, if you want this experience, go and sit in a hotel lobby. They won't kick you out. Just do it. Like, that you'll get exactly the same experience as owning a $300 million house. It's not homely, is it?
This room is 60 feet long. That is super duper long. And
thank you for clarifying that 60 feet is super duper long.
Front door, foyer. This way.
Little thing, I don't like how he's saying foyer. Is that even how you say it? Foyer. It's not foyer, it's pronounced foyer. It's like French or something.
A 20-person dining room.
Mate, what am I gonna do with a 20-person dining room? I'd struggle to fill 3 of those seats. 20 people. I'm not having 20 people over for dinner. Are you joking? Imagine that Deliveroo order. 20 people ordering Chinese. No, thank you. God, they need to send a convoy of Deliveroo drivers, wouldn't they?
On that wall is a 25-foot glass cellar. This is for large format bottles.
Mate, how much fucking wine do you have that you need that? Nobody owns that much wine. Sainsbury's doesn't even have that much wine.
Check out this sculpture right this way. We are going to the museum. There's a bedroom.
The museum? I don't want to. If I wanted a museum, right, I'd go to the fucking museum. I don't want a house with a museum in it. Why would I want that?
Imagine your guests in here, sitting here, staring at the red art.
I don't think they give a fuck, honestly. Honestly, if I took my friends, I was like, do you want to just sit and look at the red art? I think, what's the red art? Oh yeah, I spent like, I don't know, like $50 million on these paintings. They're like, what the fuck do you do? Oh, no, I don't want to look at it. It's boring.
Wow, check that out. Those rings, I don't really know how they do that, but that's very cool.
Sorry, what do you mean you don't know how they do that?
Wow, check that out. Those rings, I don't really know how they do that.
What do you mean that you don't know how they do that? They're suspended. What do you mean? What, I don't understand what there is about that to not understand. Guy berates worker with his salary.
Whatever the fuck went on yesterday or today at home, or whoever the fuck just got mad at you before today, you're taking it out on somebody else. And I'm telling you right now, you need to stop.
You're ignorant.
Wait, this guy's filming himself screaming at a Dunkin Donuts worker. He's filming himself screaming at her, and he thinks he's in the right.
I'm ignorant?
Yes, you are.
I have a roofing company. You work at Dunkin Donuts. Who the fuck do you mean?
Wait, sorry, wait, what is it? What's he trying to,
You're ignorant.
Okay, right, so she said that he's ignorant, and he went, no, I'm not, I own a roofing company. There's no correlation there. There's no correlation between those two things.
I have a roofing company. You work at Dunkin Donuts. Who the
You're
fuck
a
do you mean
customer
ignorant?
service representative.
I made $350,000 last year. I'm fucking ignorant?
Yeah, I mean, that does scream ignorant to me. Screaming about how much you make to a Dunkin Donuts employee because she calls you ignorant. Yeah, that's pretty ignorant, I think.
What do they pay you, 12
The
bucks
cops
an
are on
hour?
the way. We already made a report with them. They're not on their way. And you, last day of your job.
Oh, okay, right. So the person filming is a woman who's backing this guy up, maybe his wife or something. Wow, okay, they're tag teaming this this poor Dunkin Donuts worker.
I'm gonna be a millionaire before I'm 20, and this.
Oh, okay, so I think this is Grant Cardone's daughter. I don't really know who Grant Cardone is, to be honest. I feel as though he's someone that's like right up my wheelhouse, I guess, with the sort of, you know, sort of content he makes. But I've just never really looked into him because I just can't be arsed. All of his videos look fucking exhausting to watch.
Number one, highest net negative migration.
Pet peeve. I hate videos that are fucking edited. Like they do a cut after every word. I hate it. Why have they cut after every word?
Negative migration in the country is from California.
I hate the way that's edited.
I have a theory I use. It's the 40-40-20 rule. 40% goes to the IRS. What do you call them over there? The Queen. In Dubai, it's zero. But you guys will end up with a
Mate,
tax.
I can't watch the edit. I'm not even going to bother. I can't. The editing's so bad. Anyway, this is his daughter.
I'm gonna be a millionaire before I'm 20, and this is how.
Yeah, probably because your dad's a millionaire. Okay, anyway, let's go. Let's hear your plan, your master plan on how you're gonna be a millionaire by 20, which is a feat and a half if you're doing it all on your own.
I work for my dad's company. I have a contract with them, and I get.
Oh my god! How I'm going to be a millionaire by 20? I'm going to work for my dad's company, and he's going to give me $1 million.
I have a contract with them, and I get paid every month.
Okay, wait. Okay, so okay, I'm interested now. You get paid 4 to 5k a month. Okay, what are you doing at the company? But I thought it'd be more than that. So where are you going to get the rest of the money from? Because you're going to have to be owning this for quite a long while for it to add up to $1 million.
That money then goes into real estate, where I get some passive income.
Okay, $600. Yeah, that's not really a lot. $600. Okay, right. But how are we going to get that up to $1 million?
I never get to touch that principal income. So every year that principal doubles, triples, it stacks on top of each other, and over time that principal in real estate will make me a millionaire.
No, that's not going to happen by the time you're 20. I'm sorry to say. It will double and triple eventually, like over a very long period of time. But that's not going to happen. I don't know how old you are here. Like, I mean, I'm guessing she's like 18 or something. Not going to happen.
By the time I'm like 20 years old, I have like 600, 800,000 in real estate from that agreement we have.
I'll bonus her for stuff that she does.
Yeah, okay, that's how we're going to get to $1 million. That's how we're going to get to $1 million.
One of these TikToks goes to 10 million. I'm going to give her $10,000.
Right, okay, so... So it's not 4 to 5k a month. It's probably going to be like, I mean, how many followers does he have on TikTok? Getting TikTok views is so easy. He's got 2.4 million followers. Some of these are bound to get 10 million views. That's going to happen. So realistically, she's on probably what, like fucking 20, 30, 40 grand a month.
That 10,000 goes by as real estate. Let's say she averages 50 a year, which she will. 50,000 times 10 years, which she will have at least 10 years, is 500 grand. If that money doubles because she never touched it, she's a millionaire. It will have paid her $300,000 in income. It was not taxed.
Right, but she's not 10 years old. You know, like, she's not going to make this by the time she's 20.
$500,000 of salary from the IRS. So it's a win-win for everybody.
None of that made any sense whatsoever. Absolutely none of it. Sidemen guess the price of milk. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I don't know the price of milk. I don't buy milk. Well, I'll buy milk maybe like twice a year, and that's when I'm like really craving cereal.
So we have fresh British Semi-skilled milk.
Semi-skilled milk. No. Okay, right. I'm going to guess that is about £2. I'm going to guess £2. I don't know, though. I don't buy milk.
6 pints.
Wait, 6 pints? Hang on, 6 pints. Okay, right. I'm going to guess a £5.
Shit. Oh, God, I have no idea. A tenner? Fuck off.
A tenner. A tenner.
Rose a tenner?
Yeah, that's I told him.
Way more.
Bro,
What?
Inflation,
milk
bro.
inflation.
What? Hang on, sorry. Am I out of time? What the fuck? Milk is... For 6 pints of milk is more than a tenner. I think they're fucking with him. I don't think that's true.
Because the cows, there's not as many cows as there
Oh,
used to be.
yeah, you're taking the piss.
way
You're
more
taking
than
the
a tenner.
fucking piss. You're taking the piss.
It's significantly less than 10, but I'm gonna go with like maybe like.
You should know this.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I think 6 pints will be more than £2.80.
Right, so what have you gone for, JJ?
Okay, I'm gonna lock in my answer at like £3.50 because that's 6 pints of milk. I don't buy milk. I can tell you how much like a multi-pack of Kit Kat Chunkies is. It's about £1.50. I don't know. I don't buy milk.
Oh no.
Wait, were you wrong? Were you gone for £6.50? Because it's a
Oh,
6
fucking hell. Okay, yeah, that's too high.
Pretty steep. It's £4.
Oh, £2.40. I mean, fair enough. I don't buy. As I said, I don't buy milk. I'm not out of touch. I promise. I'm the most down to earth man on YouTube. I'm a humble king. I promise you. I just don't buy milk. I get my servants to do it for me instead.
If you and I want to take a jet to Vegas right now, we're paying like 20 racks each.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. Dude, and on top of that...
Okay, this is obvious bait. This is obvious bait from these guys. But I don't know. The thing is, right, in their specific situations, it's kind of true. Like, this guy, like, XQC is probably the richest influencer. I'd say he's, like, in terms of net worth, no. But, like, in terms of, like, cash, he's probably richer than Mr. Beast. And Aiden is also extremely wealthy. So I feel as though for these people, it doesn't really... like seem like much, but I don't know. I can't imagine either of these people came from like I mean, I don't know much about either of them, to be honest, but I can't imagine they come from like extremely wealthy backgrounds. So I don't know. I don't understand how they'd be able to spend 20 grand on a flight. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I think even if I was on these guys' money, I don't know if I'd be able to justify that. Like, and that's not just me being epic humble king. That's just, I just don't think I'd be able to justify it. Like, anytime I order a takeaway that's over £12, I think I'm being indulgent. I think I'm spending way too much.
Put up money for a house together. 10 mil, 5 mil each.
That's whatever.
It's bait. This is fucking bait.
Would you ever date a guy that made 200K?
Okay, side note, I hate this fucking background music. Well, I don't know what it's from, but I hate it. I hate how it's used in every slop podcast.
Would you ever date a guy that made 200K?
Stupid fucking whimsical background music with the shitty subtitles in the middle and the swooshing side effects.
Yeah.
No.
That fucking, the censoring swear words. You can swear on TikTok. You can swear on YouTube as well. YouTubers that say you can't swear on YouTube are fucking lying. You can swear. It doesn't even really impact your ad revenue that much. I don't think it impacts it at all, to be honest. Anyway, let's watch this clip.
Would you ever date a guy that made 200K?
Like a year?
Yeah.
No, what the?
Are you serious? You don't think 200K is a lot?
No.
Okay, this is bait. This is obvious bait. It's obvious rage bait. But it's brain rot nonetheless. This is absolute rot. I don't even think this is a real podcast because surely nobody would listen to this.
I mean, like, 200K is like a lot of money. Like, my dad makes 200K.
But like, that's like your hardworking dad. Like, we live in a whole different generation.
That's true. It's easy to make money now.
Yeah.
Clearly.
It depends on who you are, but mostly... no.
Yeah, I want a guy that makes more money than me. Like, what?
Yeah.
What an insightful podcast. That was a real meeting of the minds there. It was like listening in on Plato and Socrates.
How much money did you make last month? Not a lot. I had a really bad month. How much? In total? Yes. Like, maybe like 130, 140K? 140K.
Oh, Matt, how did you get by? How did you live? Although this guy, I'm with these phase guys, right? I like these new phase guys. I don't know much about them, but I just saw that video, it was like 9-to-5 workers versus streamers, and it was just the most exquisite rage bait ever. Hang on, I posted a clip of it on Twitter. I'm just gonna pull it up because it's so fucking funny.
Hauling around stuff.
So I physically can't haul around
bags
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage.
The thing is, right, he is right here. He is right. I very much doubt she could do a 360 no-scope YY off the top of Rust. But this whole video, 9-to-5 workers versus streamers is fucking gold. It's so good. Oh, the classic Molly May clip. I have a few things to say about this, but let's watch it first.
You can literally go in any direction. And when I've spoken about that before in the past, I have been slammed a little bit with people saying, like, it's easy for you to say that, you've grown up and you've not grown up in poverty. You've not grown up, with major money struggles. So for you to sit there and say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day is not correct. And I'm like, but technically what I'm saying is correct. We do. So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations. But I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it.
I think what she's trying to say here isn't as bad as a lot of people let on social media when this podcast first dropped. And I think honestly, if someone say like, I don't know, like David Goggins or someone like that said basically what she said, it would be hailed as like high wisdom. It'd be considered a very wise thing to say. It'd be inspirational, you know? We all have the same 24 hours in the day. Why can't I achieve what this person or this person achieved? But I feel as though when Love Islander turned influencer Molly May says it, it has less punch to it. Being realistic, you cannot be... You can't be a fucking influencer and go, oh yeah, but we all have the same 24 hours in a day, so, you know, why don't people just pull their socks up? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. I do get what she was saying here, and I do think that the reaction on social media after, like, people were calling her all sorts. The reaction on social media afterwards was way, way, way overblown. But, like, at the end of the day, you can't be fucking Molly May and saying shit like this. It's like me saying that.
This is no shade, but if you're an adult wearing a backpack, you're not doing good. Like, I'm sure you're hustling. I'm sure you're on your grind, but you're not, like, crushing it.
How else are you supposed to get shit to work? What, you're supposed to carry a briefcase like a nonce? You're supposed to, like, I don't know, fucking have your servant carry your shit for you? You're supposed to roll around with a suitcase? How are you supposed to get your stuff places?
Nobody sees an adult with all their belongings strapped to their body and goes, yeah, that's a sign of extreme wealth.
What the fuck are you talking about? What on earth are you talking about? What a nonsense, pointless TikTok.
What I think is a better advantage than being born into something? Being born into nothing. I'm on the record. Remember I said it. Can't wait to watch it in 20 years. The internet the way it is today, I'd rather have 0 than 100 million.
No, you wouldn't. Okay, right. And I've got a little story, not really a story, more a minor anecdote. So I was in Croatia recently, as I haven't shut up about, and there was this guy outside of this club that I was going to, and he was just trying to start a conversation with people because he didn't want to go in on his own. He was like 19 or 20, asking for a light. I was like, I don't have a cigarette. He's like, oh, can I go in with you? I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And we get talking. He's like this guy who grew up in Hawaii and now goes to uni in California, and his dad has a yacht that he's going around the Med in. And I was just like, man, that's a fucking life, innit? That's like a proper, like, golden retriever human life. Like, just being born into a rich family in Hawaii, going to uni in California and spending your summer yachting around the Adriatic. That's fucking crazy. I mean, my mate were like, what do you do with your time in Hawaii and California? He was just like, I don't know, I just like surf and stuff. That's sick, man. That's so sick. I want to do that. But anyway, let's hear Gary's reasoning for this. Also, no one's really spoken about how he was so wrong about NFTs, have they? Like, Gary was so bullish on NFTs. He was trying to rope everyone into it. He was making TikToks going, yeah, just buy an NFT, buy an NFT. Bomb, not another word. Not another word. We've all just forgotten about it. He couldn't have been more wrong about him.
It will be common practice in a decade.
The thing is, right, I like Gary. He's a massive waffler, but I like him. I respect Gary, but he was so wrong about NFTs.
This guy's an idiot. That's because you don't talk to trust fund babies. I do. I talk to trust fund babies. They DM me. I meet them in real life because of my business career. They're sad. Do you know what it's like to talk to a human being that looks at you at 22 years old and says, no matter what I do for the next 80 years, it will never be my own accomplishment. Everybody will always say I was handed it.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's partly true. Although, yachting around the Adriatic on my dad's yacht and surfing it up in Hawaii all year round, that doesn't sound too bad to me. I think you know, there's some trade-offs. I feel as though you'll have certainly maybe a lack of a sense of purpose if you have just everything handed to you. But on the other end, surfing and yachting.
You know what kind of level of depression, cocaine, and partying until you die that leads to?
Man, that sounds sick. Okay, no, it doesn't. YouTube policy team, that does not sound sick. Like and subscribe for a yacht.